Alright. So yes, not2night versus Donutsdad. Let's get the slideshow. In the final refrain, we are here in the top right quadrant. We haven't seen... we've only seen Mats versus Quick all in this quadrant yet. So still a lot of games to be played here. Donutsdad, no prior adaptive experience. This might be his first official adaptive match. Who knows? And on the other hand, we have not2night, a seasoned adaptive veteran, has won 2 Kagi championships, and all around all-star. And this is the matchup tonight. You have Donutsdad on Donut's mom, who risks noise, while not2night is on Miss Donutsdad, the castle, or something like that. Which is nice because a certain streamer has to play against not2night in an adaptive match as well in just a little bit. And that certain streamer hasn't practiced a whole lot yet. So it might be nice for that certain streamer to see a little bit of what the deck can do. Starting with that, I think. No, we're starting with Donutsdad, who is on an Ember Skies deck. Has double Imperium charge, double Titan Sentry, to really hate on all that archiving. Has some more value stuff in Logos. Then a Skyborn with lots of steel with double against all flags. As well as some of the perhaps less relevant Skyborn creatures. Does also have a little bit of creature control with prop dusting. But other than that, not super many ways to impact the board, other than fighting with creatures, of course. And then in Mars has just some general value stuff, I think. Not many of the huge Mars combos, which are enabled by some Radiers. But still solid cards like Destroy Them All, Legacy Genetic Blast, always fun to see. And the Titan Harpon, the one-sided speed sigil. Alright, then on not2night side, we have a World's Collide deck with 5 cards that archive from hand. That might be a little bit tricky for not2night. Usually probably wants to build up a good archive to tax with E-Dice, gain Ember with Knowledge's Power, but it might be a little bit difficult. Has Saurian with lots of Ember control, triple Tribute, a Crassosaurus, no Exile though, so no huge Ember swings, also no 6 Emperor. And then in Star Alliance, some nice stuff as well. Medic Ingram, double Tech Impulse, Artifact Control of 4, might be the highest we've seen in this league. Should be a pretty good matchup. I think, especially with the Archive hate, Donutsdad might be in the advantage, or I should say Donut's mom might be in the advantage. And it might not be a 2-0 that's going to happen. Let's see if they are on the TCO somewhere. I do not see them yet. Alright, let's quickly ask our players. Just a little while longer before the room will be set up. Yeah. Let's go quickly over the deck that might be a little bit more relevant to me personally. Yeah, not tonight. In the Ember control column, does have a lot in Saurian, but other than that, is a little bit limited, I think. With only the two E-dice, which will of course be very relevant, and also a singular cutout research in Logos. Other than that, doing a quick once over. Yeah, other than that, the Ember control is very capture based. So if you lose the boards with this deck, it might be becoming tricky. Also, I don't think there's a hologramophone, right? Yeah, no. So there is a single tertiary legionary, but that's the only warding that will probably happen during the game. So yeah. Oh, hey, I see a game becoming created. Good to see, good to see. Donutsdad is here, yes. Um, oh, not the right password, okay. Going to have to know what the password is. So yeah, let's go quickly back to Donutsdad's deck, which does have the coveted hologramophones. Yeah. But on the Ember control side, has a Kaboom, has a Destroy Them All, has Phosphorus and Genetic Blast, but those are probably a little bit on the smaller side, and a Prop Dusting. But yeah, it doesn't have the most creature control options. Well, okay. Dex Keyforge says it still has 12 creature control, so maybe I'm just missing a little bit of that. But yeah, if Donutsdad, or Donut's mom again, I should say, can control the boards, might be difficult for. God, what's the deck name again? For Miss Dranset to really contest it, at least in the first two games. Might need a little bit of a chain pick me up for that to happen. Still waiting for the players to get set up. Also, are actually kind of missing a not tonight. Let's quickly tag her. Are there are there any people watching? By the way, so far chat seems to be pretty quiet. Also, not to brag or anything, but I actually managed to make the correct stream title before going online. It's amazing. Yeah, so waiting for a password and a not tonight to show up here. Let's see if everything is going to go according to. Okay, that's that password. That's one part of the equation. I'm here as a spectator. Now just the second part, not tonight. Where are you? Oh, this Stormstrong versus Shumaja, that might actually be a Kari top cut that's going on right now. That's, well, I mean, if we have the time anyways, let's quickly see if there's something interesting going on over there. Let me check the Kari Discord. Okay, it's not as an event anyways, but okay, let me check if they are actually matched up here while we're waiting for not tonight. Let's see the Kari brackets. Is this a official Kari match? No, right? No, yeah, no. Shumaja is already out of the tournament. Played against Bropnar 89 earlier. Oh, hey, something's happened. Nice. We have a not tonight. All right. I also see that I have the player names the wrong way around. That's unfortunate. Let me quickly fix that. We have both players here. Not tonight on the top though, and Donutsdad on the bottom of your screen. I'm going to quickly change that. All right, there we go. Donutsdad on the bottom, not tonight on the top. Let me close this second Crucible window. And not tonight will be the first player in all of these matches. And yeah, probably a little bit of studying of the deck lists going on right now. Not tonight might not be the happiest seeing 4 Archive 8 cards in Donutsdad deck list. That is a little bit tricky. Wow, there really is. There's 8 creatures in Skyborn. That's a lot, and some of them might even be good, right? Yeah, we have a Third of Cliff, an Indigo Halyard. Chandler can be good in board-based stuff. And I don't know, shamefully, what Hen Peregrine does by heart. I think it was underwhelming, like most Skyborn creatures. But let me quickly look that up for you all. Hen Peregrine. Hen Peregrine. After Friday of the Read, you can exalt it. If you do, fully heal a damaged creature and move it to a flank. Yeah, that's something. That's something. Anyway, we start off, and not tonight is going with Logos and goes with a Tato Vapors. The good thing with Donutsdad's Archive Hate is that, at very least, unless he gets Forged Key, hating on the archive won't actually bring any value for him. But we do here see the Titan Sentry. Archiving a card from his opponent's hand at random, and then archiving it with the Connectome transfer. So Not Tonight does have a turn here to pick up the archive that she wants. or otherwise probably lose those cards forever. It was perhaps a kind of awkward turn though for Donutsdad, like only playing a single creature and Amber Pip. And not2night goes into Starlines. Also, pretty importantly for the board-based matchup, is that there is a red alert in the Starlines here. So if Donutsdad ever does want to swarm the board with some Skyborn creatures, might get red alerted in response. But not2night here goes for a Medic Ingram and also puts 2 upgrades onto it. Force Shield, kind of interesting with Medic Ingram. She also wards herself, of course, though now she's left open to ward so many of the other Starlines creatures. Okay, so with the Coffin gone, there's actually only the Alfmaster Molina. And Donutsdad goes into Skyborn, plays Bugs Bastion, and uses the rare against all flags that is only stealing 1 Ember instead of 2. So yeah, still getting 1 Ember, stealing 1 Ember, still a good card, but not max value that might have been possible. not2night though, last turn didn't pick up the archives. I wonder if she will now, or that maybe she'll resign to leaving it there perpetually. Goes into Logos, does pick up the archives at least. Plays a Tato Vapors, puts something back into the archives. Probably whatever it is not a beloved card in her deck. Let's see. And different Titan, a Titan Guardian hits the field, and an Edai next to it to immediately archive another card. And this place Gutter Research assumes that it won't be doing too much in the near future. And yeah, kind of a tricky Logos board. Many creatures with much value. And Donutsdad is going to kind of just ignore it and go for Mars here. Of course, Dr. Silo is very scary. I wonder if you go for Logos, you can fight the Titan Guardian into Bugs Bastion, fight probably Ida into Silo. No, sorry, yeah, no. Fight Minigroup Thinking into Silo, kill the Yandelings, and then with Ida kill the Silo. That will take off most of the Mars pressure, but on the backside, you're not doing a lot with your turn. But fortunately, she isn't forced into that. She has found the Thorium Plasmate, just cleanly taking care of that Xyloxophrax here. Won't be getting any minigroup think tank value except by just chucking it directly against the Yandelings. And also decides to take care of that tank rent. No efficiency for you. Reaps with Edai and plays a Sanitation Engineer. Now the board is in a little bit of an awkward position that if the group think tank is going to be used again, it will have to kill the Edai. But you still have a reasonable amount of control over that, of course. Right now, she can even just fight the Titan Guardian into the Bugs Bastion, draw 2 cards. So should still be pretty good. But while not2night seems to be pretty well in control of the board, Donutsdad is kind of in control of the Ember. Plays an against all flags, this time with an Ember enhancement and with actual matching flank creatures for full value. And then also play some more Skyborn creatures. So will not2night go into Logos again here? She is with AI taxing for 2 Ember here. And yes, has gone back into Logos. And we'll actually get a pretty decent value with Bugs Bastion. Fights into Third of Cliff to remove the elusive. And then also kill Bugs Bastion for free. Kills the Third of Cliff and then double reaps with the local creatures. And discards the Cresosaurus, does not believe in it. And yeah, probably not the best time just after your opponent forges for a lot. But now here we might see some of the archive hate. Yes, we see the Titan Sentry coming out of the archives and archiving a random card for not2night. But then immediately with an Empyrean charge discarding it. Discarding a Center Shrix, so Salt and a Zap. Probably not the most missed cards in not2night's hand, although Zap, big fan of that card, can do a little bit. Also plays down the Daughter and goes to a 7-card hand for next turn. And yeah, Donutsdad still behind on board, I'd say, but ahead by about a key here. And not2night goes into Star Lions. Quadrino Fluxus, so that's probably 5s and 2s, yes. Right, killed the Titan Guardian on our own board to kill 5s, draws 2 more cards, and also killed the Daughter on Donutsdad's board. Pretty nice Quadrino Flux here, I'd say. Puts Light of the Archons into Medic Ingram, as well as a Stunner. Oh, wow. Stunner is such a nice upgrade. I was like, do you have to stun your own board here? But no, it's you may stun a creature. So you see, you can't just choose not to do that. But she... The log says that Medic Ingram wards Medic Ingram, but I wonder if that's from the Force Shield. Otherwise, yeah, okay, yeah. So the Medic Ingram wards Medic Ingram because it's text on the creature, but then also with Medic Ingram's actual text wards the Sanitation Engineer, interestingly enough. And finally plays Cloaking Dongle. When Medic Ingram is exhausted, the stack of upgrades is now too high to see it all. But yeah, we have a Cloaking Dongle, a Stunner, Light of the Archons, Calvin to draw a card, and a Force Shield. Pretty strong creature. Let's quickly take a look at Donutsdad's creature control options. Specifically warded 8 power, 5 armor creature control options. And we can see there is not a whole lot. We have Destroy Them All and Kaboom. Although those of course are still impeded by the ward. But here's an EX Renu with a damage icon. Going to take off the ward from Medic Ingram, and now you might see a follow-up creature control option. That is technically true. Genetic Blast will remove the ward from Sanitation Engineer. Okay, and we see Kaboom also archiving some of the marsh creatures. So yeah, archives the marsh creatures instead of building out the board, possibly setting up a Empyrean charge for the future, or just a marsh turn that floods the board in one giant Martian deluge. In the meantime, not2night goes into Saurian for the first time this game. Let me quickly check if that's correct. She's seen a lot of cards, but yeah, these were discarded with the Empyrean charge. First time into Saurian, but still only a 3-card hand. Does make 2 Ember and captures 2 Ember, so that's alright. And Donutsdad goes back into Mars, destroys them all, and plays the Titan Harpon. Still keeps those creatures in the archive. Is really setting up for the Empyrean charge. Empyrean charge discards both players' archives, and then for each card discarded this way reduces the key cost by 1. Except the other way around, so that it still works with abducted creatures. And yeah, not2night just goes into Saurian, plays 2 more action cards, does get the check here, but a little bit of an awkward turn. Right, and we see Donutsdad go into logos. Plays an effervescent principle, pretty effective. Loses 2 while not2night loses 3, but keeps her off check at least. And then plays a RM folder with number icon. Which is ready, of course, and so also reaps with it. Doesn't get to destroy an enemy creature, but still nice. not2night, meanwhile, goes into Logos, plays an ally to archive a card. Now that is pretty tricky with the upcoming Empyrean charge. Right now you would forge for 8 instead of 6. Yeah, Knowledge is power. Doesn't want to archive any more cards, so just goes for the 1 Ember option here. And this Titan Arpon is sticking for a surprisingly long amount of time here. Donutsdad goes into Skyborn. Not too many tricky fight or reap effects there, I believe, but still with Third of Cliffcon at least. Plays a Bosun Green and just reaps with it. Doesn't mind the taxing that Eddie is doing. And yeah, here we see the Skyborn board coming down. Interestingly, Donutsdad has opted, has never chosen, I should say, to discard the Bugs Bastion. Usually also pretty nice with the scrap effect, just make an Ember instead of a creature. But yeah, really values the board, and we have seen not2night managing to contain it pretty well, but it has also cost her quite a bit of resources. So yeah, not2night does go back into Logos. Now perhaps we'll see some fun Jargoggle stuff. Anything super interesting that could be under there? Perhaps the Red Alert? That would be good. No, just an Alms Master Molina. Not the worst, but yeah. Oh, and plays a Wild Wormhole, but So Salt cannot be played, unfortunately, and so has to go back on top of the deck and forced to draw it once more. Does go back to the check here. That's decent at least. Donutsdad not through the deck yet, so still 2 against all flags in the discard pile here. But yeah, Donutsdad here just going to reap out for a little bit and also take away the Edi. And goes to 10, check at 10 Ember. Yeah. I mean, 10 is the magic Chrysosaurus number, of course. Goes into Saurian, plays the So-Salt. We knew that was there. That's, I mean, that's still pretty decent with 4 Skyborn creatures. Okay, no, plays Autoactive Patrician, no Chrysosaurus here, unfortunately. And wards the Odoac. And that at least is a pretty good counter against some of the stealing that Donutsdad likes to do. And finally, does play the City-State interest and is actually able to stop the key here. So that's pretty exciting. Ooh, Donutsdad goes into Skyborn, but I don't know if that's... if he realizes that the So-Salt is not going to let him reap with creatures here. Can, of course, fight. And will probably have to. But that might be a little bit awkward here. And is basically going to trade the entire board to get rid of not2night. Oh, okay, no. Has found another Bosun Green. That's pretty nice. Because now at least gets to keep 2 creatures on the board. And decides to give a potential Embler to not2night to remove 4 damage counters from the hand Peregrine. Also wonder if that's worth it, but that's a little bit more... but yeah, that's like quite a bit of stuff happens on the turn, but it might not be enough here. Of course, now on the second key, we could see the Empyrean charge happening reasonably soon, with 3 cards in the archives, 4 cards in the archives. We just need 1 more Ember, and I think we might be there already. Yeah, with the Empyrean charge, yeah, and does win here with the Empyrean charge. Gets 1 more Ember from the charge, of course, so we were even up by 2, it seems. Alright, because the Reap also archives a card, yeah. Let me quickly paste those logs, actually. But yeah, pretty cool start. Yeah, we did see Donutsdad's deck struggling perhaps a little bit with the board at some points, but was able to find just enough creature control options to get rid of that large Logos board and close out the game with an Empyrean charge, which is pretty nice. Yeah, not2night's deck seems to be kind of struggling to get rid of that Titan Harpon. Doesn't really like creatures with elusive, it seems. And the continuous flux, Sap and Red Alert, not all of those working. Let me update the score, by the way. As I've learned from a streamer yesterday, we're not updating the deck names because those are still the decks that people are bringing. Even though they are not necessarily the decks they are playing at that specific moment. So, nope, not top score, bottom score. Donutsdad is on 1 win. Yeah, exactly. Lots of unique stuff in what's happening in the game here. It seems like Donutsdad was trying to play Calving either as Upgrade or as Creature and did the wrong one. And thing that's easy enough to rectify here. Oh, some little bit of awkward with Wild Wormhole as well. But it seems that we've got it all figured out here. Yeah, Wild Wormhole still does give you the option to play Calvin as an upgrade. But yeah, with a pretty solid lowest turn, Wild Wormhole, Toto, Vapors, and 2 more creatures, including an Edai archiving something. Of course, with the Titan Sentry on not2night's side, archive might not mean too much, and I think not2night might just directly go back into Logos here, kind of depending on the rest of the hand, of course. If you don't have the Empyrean charge, it might be a little bit awkward. If you have the Empyrean charge, you'll, yeah, probably be pretty happy here. But especially with the Airmfaller just killing whatever you want. It seems difficult not to go back into Logos, I'd say. But yeah, not2night has a little bit of a think, but does go back into the Logos here. Now, do you want to kill the Jargogle or the Edai? The good thing about killing Jargogle is that you actually archive the cards. And so your opponent won't be able to get to it with the Titan Sentry. But decides to go for the Almsmaster Molina. Is afraid of the Starline's turn that's happening next. And figures probably that Donutsdad doesn't actually want to go back to Logos. Unless he drew into a lot of other Logos cards here. Is going to reap with $1 for an Ember. That's fine. Then the Titan Sentry, another decision point. And yeah, does want to get rid of the Ida here. Just before any warding is going to happen. Wow, and has found the second Titan Sentry. So archives another random card from the hand here. And yeah, double Titan Sentry is pretty tricky to play against. If you do nothing, you're on 4 cards hand for the rest of the game. Donutsdad has found the Odoak and the Tribute, and so puts it out there, prevents some of the steal that's happening, and might be able to use it to fight a Titan Sentry. But now with double Titan Sentry and the Aram Fowler, yeah, it's going to just quickly destroy it with the Aram Fowler, and take out 2 hand cards for not2night. And an Empyrean charge right now would just be a regular 4 for 6. If she even has it, of course, but even if she did, decides to at least wait 1 more turn. Didn't play any additional Logos cards though, so not getting any draws here. Donutsdad goes into the Logos. Doesn't want to fight the Jargoggle into the Titan Sentry. That's kind of surprising to me, because you at least get to play the card that's under it and kill a Titan Sentry, right? Or alternatively, kill the Aram Fowler. So I wonder what Donutsdad is working with here. If he sees some kind of out, yeah. In the meantime, not2night, it's not broken, so just go with Logos here. Yeah, the super archive deck into the double archivate deck, or quadruple archivate deck, I should say, is a tough one for a deck that otherwise seems to have a pretty strong toolbox here. Kind of like a certain Fluximal streamer bringing a deck with 6 artifact control against my cool shards deck. It's oh hey, how do I ban someone? I don't actually know, and now I'm actually kind of forced to. Is it the swords? No. I don't know. How? If I click on the name, then how do I do this? Sorry, yeah. Well, at least I'm large enough now to be a... Okay, in the meantime, we see a Empyrean charge forcing key for just 3 Ember, and getting rid of all of Donutsdad's archives. I don't think he had much of a hope to get those archive cards back at any point, but yeah. A Cressosaurus beneath. That's one reason not to fight with Jargoggle. But yeah, has found a place to put down the Cressosaurus and captures 9 Ember from not2night for just 1 Ember of his own. A decent exchange rate, I would say. Ben, alright. We found the Ben button. Thank you, me. Alright, we see the So Salt coming down. Actually, sorry, I'm totally missed not2night's turn. Just goes back into Logos. If it's not broken, don't fix it. So reaps with the Aram Fowler to get rid of the Cressosaurus and get back all of that Ember. Plays some stuff with an city-state interest onto a Nether Shrix. Doesn't get rid of the... Doesn't exalt the Shrix here, as you should say. I feel like maybe being this far behind, you kind of have to go for some stuff. But on the other hand, no way out of it here. Donutsdad concedes game two just before not2night forges on the next turn. But yeah, we have to. We'll see this go to a game three. This game, notably, a lot less close than the previous one, and I think it's tricky because Donutsdad's deck can really lock someone out, as you saw here. But not2night also has a decent amount of creature control, as well as being able to set up some boards. So I wonder how much of that first game was luck and how much, or if this was just kind of a. Yeah, I wonder how big the chance is to get down a board. All right. Anyway, I believe another lobby is being made. I didn't see the players leave yet. So I will. Goodbye. I'll have my own adaptive game with blackjack and hookers. Hook masters, that is. Ha. Um. Yeah. Just going to wait. Yeah. Spoiler alert. But I also like adaptive. You guys from the chat, you might never have guessed it, but I think it's a pretty cool format, and happy to get to showcase some of it here. And nice, Snoopy. Hopefully, some of that practice adaptive will turn into some practice Kagi games next season. That might be coming up somewhat soonish. Let's see, is there already a new lobby? There it is. Did I paste the logs? Did I paste the logs? I think so, right? Yeah, these are the second game. Yeah, that's the second game. All right. Just waiting for not2night. All right, and here we are in the third game. So yeah, it's a difficult chain bit, I think. Okay, I was going to say it might end up somewhere around the 5-6 chain mark, but we kind of blew right past that. That's interesting, and chains seem to be going up pretty quickly here. I wonder if not2night was anticipating a little bit of a lower chain amount. Donutsdad goes up to 12. Really, that's uh, uh yeah. I wonder. Not2night is going to yeah. Not2night is going to pass here, and Donutsdad will be playing Donut's mom, who risks noise for 12 chains. No, the starting player is all sorted out, so it should be all right from here. So yeah, 12 chains, meaning 6 times 2 cards less and 6 times 1 card less. And it's once again time for the Water Collide deck to fire an opening salvo. Might want to get down a creature just to deal with some of that board. Or, as we have seen the previous 2 games, might just play a Tato Vapor. Even with all of the archive hate, you're not punished too hard for it usually, and it still does provide a lot of efficiency, even if it just results in discarding a bad card. But it seems to be a little bit of a tricky choice here. No direct clear answer. Might be thinking about running out the Armed Master Molina. And goes for a Titan Guardian. Hoping to have Donutsdad not find the prop dusting, and it seems like he doesn't. So now with Saurian, we'll probably be able to play some more creatures here, and use the taunt on the Titan Guardian to full effect. It's going to exalt the center Shrix. I think that's probably fine. There's kind of not super many creature control options in Donutsdad's deck. It's going to... Okay, so earlier I might have said that there was no way to get rid of Ember in his deck. And that's true as far as the Crassasaurus is concerned. Yeah, Donutsdad with his 12 chains looking sadly out of the window. Has found the Connect to Me transfer, so at least won't get a Keyforge on him by Strix here. And gets down the Titan Sentry Aaron Follow duo. Yeah, not tonight, not too happy to see those two together. Those are pretty impressive, as we saw last game. Attacking both the hand and the board at the same time. And it sounds like the Quintrino Flux might not be in hand here. So yeah, goes into Logos here. Okay, well, she has the Thorium Plasmate, so at least we'll be able to immediately get rid of that Aram Fowler. Also plays a Tato Vapors, up to 5 cards in Archives, so the Empyrean Charge, if you discount the Ember icon, is kind of forging at current cost right now. It goes into Mars, plays Harmonic Pack, gets rid of a card in the archive. It was the Titan Sentry, Titan Guardian. Sentry is on Donutsdad's side, Guardian is on the not2night side. And the Mechanic, Engineer, I mean, is in my cool Kota deck. Yes. Alright. Mechanic is... There, you know, hot take, there might be too many Titans in Logos. Yeah, just kind of... too much Titan, too little humans. That's just my idea, though. Being cancelled in 3, 2, 1. In the meantime, though, not2night still not able to get rid of the Titan Sentry, but has found 5 pretty decent Starlines cards. Get rid of the Yandelings just to disincentivize going into Mars. And ward up the Manic Ingram with 2 more upgrades. Medic Ingram now becoming a reasonably scary creature by herself. And prop dusting to get rid of the wards, but that might not be enough. It's interesting to see if not2night goes into Starlines here. Does forge the red key. I don't think key colors actually matter too much, other than your own Third of Cliff and Indigo Hall-Yard. But yeah, not too much. But yeah, going into Starlines means you can kill the Titan Sentry, stun something else, ward the Ingram again. So just in controlling the board, that might be pretty tempting. But might not have the cards for it. But yeah, does go into Starlines here. The upside of killing the Sentry, of course, is that you next turn will be able to actually pull your archives back into your hands. And mitigate most of the threat of Empyrean Charge. Also finds a Kelvin, so he's going to be able to at least draw 1 card with that. I say at least 1 card, but also at most 1 card. Just 1 card that's being drawn here. Yeah. Now I do wonder, if you have the Contrino Flux, do you even play it here? Maybe not, right? I mean, you can of course Reap, Stun, Bastion, get rid of the Titan Sentry and Peregrine. But your Medic Ingram might actually just be stronger than all of Donutsdad boards together. Donutsdad also is on check for a first key. But not2night might actually be incentivized to have that happen, just so that he won't be able to Empyrean Charge for value if that does come up. Yeah, is going to fight into Bug's Bastion, and that probably means that there is going to be a Contrino Flux coming here. Heals and kills. Alright, because with the wards, at least you keep your own Medic Ingram. That might be enough to swing the balance here. Yeah, and there we see the Contrino Flux. And get rid of everything on Donutsdad board as well as the ward on our own board. And even place a Cloaking Dongle. Donutsdad here does get to forge, of course. He's probably going to forge the red key. If he does find the Titan Harpon, will be able to do some. The yellow key, really? What? Why do we want yellow? Why do we want yellow? That's an... okay, I don't think there might actually be a real yellow reason here. But now that the Contrino Flux is gone, goes and builds up a huge Skybound board, but with Starlines, it might be a time for a red alert here, with the very quick, yeah, Starlines call, there we go. It's going to Reap with Ingram, draw a card, stun a Envy's Glider probably. Yep, that all happens, and is going to pass the turn there. Not too large of a turn, but very good at getting rid of the board that Donutsdad was building up here. But Donutsdad kind of just says, "Want to see me do it again?" And puts down 3 more marsh creatures, as well as unstudying the one that was already on the field. Gets rid of the ward on Medic Ingram, and passes the turn. X-Ray now also on board. Does decide to capture onto different creatures here. Not2night goes back into Star Alliance. What do you have left in Star Alliance? A Tachyon Pulse? That doesn't seem super relevant. We'll of course be able to stun the EX Renu at least. And yeah, that might be enough. Stun the EX Renu. Donutsdad will still get the Tangerine value, but won't be able to really pressure in Mars. But yeah, both of these creatures are Skyborn enhanced. So it's going to be able to reap twice and unstun the EX Renu. And with an against all flags, steals quite a bit of Ember here. And yeah, Donutsdad also relevantly is now down in the 1 to 6 chain range. Last turn already, actually. And now we'll be having 5 card hands instead of 4 card hands here. And yeah, still another pretty oppressive board. How did we play the... Oh, right, with the Tangerine plays the Xeloxofrax and goes back into Star Alliance. Just keeps dealing with these creatures one at a time and also stunning one at a time. But has to be running kind of low on resources here. Now with the Kelvin is able to at least draw a card each turn. So we might be getting to see a pretty large turn coming up here. But yeah, it's tough. Might be setting up a large Logos turn here with mini group think tank, Theta Vapors. It's going to be something. Now we have seen one Titan Sentry, but there are still 3 archive control cards in Donutsdad's deck. And with 3 cards in archives, that archive might not be the safest one around. But Donutsdad goes into Mars here, and stuns the Xeloxofrax and reaps with the other 2 creatures. I wonder what the follow-up here will be. And destroys them all to get rid of the ward and an upgrade, the Light of the Archons. Light of the Archons is the one that is providing quite a bit of power and armor. Without that, the Medic Ingram suddenly looking a lot less scary. So let's see if there are any other stuff that's going to come out. No, passes the turn and checks at 7 Ember for a second key. But for the first time in a while, not2night goes into the Logos. And I'm assuming we're going to be seeing an Eddy here. Still doesn't pull the archives. Yeah, and here is an Eddy. Archiving one of the hand cards, going up to 5 cards in archives. Playing another Eddy. Now, Empyrean Charge, pretty brutal against Eddies here. And with 2 left in the deck, might be a tough spot for not2night. Current key cost is 80, or no 8, sorry. Let me quickly look up Empyrean Charge. I actually, the cards are discarded after you forge the key. So the Eddy still tax if Donutsdad does go for the Empyrean Charge here. But has the Knowledge's power in hand and gains 6 Ember from 6 cards in archive here. Some of them being built up by Donutsdad. and place a wild wormhole for another upgrade. Goes up to 11 Ember here. And might be making the case that even if Donutsdad Empyrean charges here, there's just not enough time for him to forge 2 keys before not2night does so. And yeah, passes the turn and checks at 11. Key cost 18 for Donutsdad. Who goes into Mars here? Does have an active Xylox of Ranks. And brings back the Younglings. Younglings will be able to at least make not2night lose on Ember. We do have the MX Glider. MX Glider is going to be able to tax not2night for quite a lot. Yeah, increases key cost to 11 here. But doesn't actually deal with the eddies. So a kind of neutral turn perhaps. Because I think, yeah, might become kind of a stall between these two, both immensely taxing the other's keys. not2night does have too many creature control options, although she has just gone through the deck. So there might be a Quintrino Flux back in the hand somewhere. But goes into Logos. Might be able to see what's under the Goggle. Is it going to be the Crussosaurus again? That could be fun. And also, if you fight with oh no, there's the Cloaking Dongle, of course, still puts Elusive down. Here we see the mini group think tank, kind of just getting to kill whatever you want in this situation, which is pretty nice. Jargogo is going to fight something. And has a Cutthroat Research under it to even steal to doing a against all flags impersonation here. But yeah, now you probably just want to take out the MX Glider. Even with a single alley, you are still taxing for +6 here. Or you can, of course, more probably just reap with Ingram, ward something, and then fight with. No, wait, you cannot reap with Ingram on the lowest turn, Captain Gill. Yeah. And Donutsdad checks at a lot of Ember, but most of it disappears after a Effervescent Principle from Donutsdad. Also gets to steal 2 with Information Exchange. And suddenly is down to just 6 Ember. Still enough to forge here, probably. While the Titan Sentry takes out the minigroup think tank. And uses Empyrean Charge. Doesn't get to forge here, but at least discards the entire archive. And now Eddie's not actually taxing anymore. Also, we see mostly Saurian being discarded from the archives on not2night's side. Well, actually, not mostly Saurian, exclusively Saurian being discarded. So yeah, not2night does get to forge a second key here. Donutsdad goes to check and forges the blue key. which is something. Titan Arpon, very cool card. Turns out one-sided speed sigil is pretty decent. It does mean, by the way, that the Titan Sentry got to take out a random card from not2night's hand, but it might have been one of the less impactful Saurian cards. Yeah, still. So yeah, probably won't be seeing Saurian here, but yeah, it's a pretty close game, I'd say. We have seen both against all flags from Donutsdad. Only one Imperium charge, but probably the second one won't be doing too much. Although after next turn, Donutsdad probably is going to reshuffle the deck. Actually, what have we not seen from Donutsdad? I think a Quantum Compass and a Hologramophone, right? Yeah. And an Imperium charge. So at least 3 of the 6 cards, also the dollar, right? 4 of the 6 cards that Donutsdad can have access to appear to be logos. So kind of the logos seems to be all at the bottom of the deck for him, which might be where you want it anyway. But yeah. Donutsdad has decided and goes into logos here. Plays out the Titan Guardian. I wonder if you want to take care of the MX Glider, but probably first you have to make Ember here, right? Yeah, you kind of have to make Ember here. As well as getting to discard one card with the Sanitation Engineer. Discards Molina here. But yeah, kind of not the worst turn ever, but it might not have been the turn that not2night needed to win this game. Donutsdad is going to Forge here, of course. Let's see what color he's going to go for this time. Like yellow has to be the wrong choice, right? No offense to Donutsdad, but yeah, like yeah. Anyway, I'm assuming a Logos turn is going to be coming up. Unless you really want to, no, okay, yeah, goes into Logos, places two artifacts and wards the Titan Engineer. Is going to yeah, this is a little bit of an awkward situation. You're getting an Ember and disrupting your opponent's hand, but also you're increasing your own key cost by 2 with the Titan Engineer. Of course, you do know you have a guaranteed Empyrean charge coming up. Might have even be helped. No, I don't think you would hold it here. But not2night goes into Star Lions. If she has the Contrino Flux here, she might be able to get rid of 2s and 5s. And also draw 2 with the Titan Guardian. Get rid of is a subjective term, of course. The Titan Sentry here is warded and won't leave the battlefield that easily. But also, even though Donutsdad isn't on check technically, you are under pretty immense pressure. Well, okay, I guess the archives are kind of small. But on board, Donuts can get 1, 2, 3, 4 Ember extra. which is not quite, which doesn't quite get you to 12, but still, it's a little bit scary. Sap, also an excellent answer, with 4 houses. Yeah, no Sorin on board, so 4 houses. Gets rid of the daughter and something else. Third of Cliff, right, that makes sense. Is going to reap with Medic Ingram, draw a card, probably stun the Titan Sentry. And that's it. That will be all of the effects, just those. Right, also ward something, never mind, it wasn't all of the effects. No, has to stun the Enmix Glider. Interesting. But does that mean that she's going to finds the Tachyon Pulse? Right, that's pretty good. That also gets rid of the Quantum Compass, which is kind of worth 1 Ember here, and gets to check. On board, nothing is going to stop her. Let's quickly check Ember control options. Donutsdad recently went through the deck, so could potentially have all of these. Effervescent Principle in Logos. That goes to Skyborn, so that sounds like an against all flags. There it is. Yeah. Also, the against all flags with Ember Capture, Steel 2 is pretty devastating. Oh, and has found the other against all flags. Wow. That's yeah, that might be a good game kind of situation here. Maybe if but maybe not. Not2night could have found the Tato Vapors, I think. Yeah, those should still both be in the deck. So Not2night might be able to archive quite a bit to pump up that key cost. Yeah, and he has Elusive from the Cloaking Dongle. It was kind of an extra bonus from the After Reap effect, but still. And yeah, Not2night has to go into Logos here to have a chance at stopping Donutsdad. But even with double Tato Vapors, you archive 2 cards, so that will increase by a total of 6. Then with maybe Knowledge's Power, you archive another card to put it up to 8. I guess if you can kill a Jargogol, like maybe Jargogol and Wild Wormhole to kill it. Also isn't able to kill the Titan Guardian, unfortunately. Does have the first Tato Vapors at least. Well, and also maybe if you Wild Wormhole and then, like, maybe you can just get through your deck, Knowledge's Power to archive a card. Key cost is 12 currently. And reaps with some creatures, goes to 6 Ember to check. Sedimentation Engineer discards Phalanx Strike, won't be needing that. But yeah, not enough to stop the key, and Donutsdad wins the game here.